Hey, what's up, guys? King J coming to you live from hell once again. Now, today I want to talk about getting what you want. Now, I don't even think it's important to understand why you want certain things. I used to spend a lot of times questioning why I wanted certain things, why I believed certain things, why I wanted certain things. But the more that I dove into that, the more that it really just didn't give me any answers. So I started to let go of, well, it doesn't matter why I want it. If I want it, I want it. And I don't need to go back and forth questioning myself, but is that really what I want deep down? Is that blah, 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 blah. And something that another YouTuber, Dylan James, was saying, you want what you want. You can't hide from it. Your brain is trying to tell you these stories, right? But our subconscious knows what we want, and it's always striving for it. Now, if it's afraid to receive it, it's going to put all these blockades in your way, in your mind, but it's not going to happen. You're not worthy. You're not this. You're not that. But once you eliminate all those beliefs, you're able to receive with ease, and you're able to let go of things coming out in a particular way. And I think that's the key to getting what you want. You can get exactly what you want, but you have to not be attached to the way that you get it. You know, it has to come in a specific way at a specific time in a specific place. If not, what? Then you don't want it. Then it's not worth. Then it's not worth what you think it's worth. You know, and even on a deeper level, I have removed so much worth to so many things that I put importance in. And it's the same thing as putting it on a pedestal. So many things in life that I thought were very crucial to my existence. And I have a quote that I had written down, and when I started to write it, it was pretty negative, and I sort of thought, let me rephrase this to be more of a positive quote. I'm going to share it with you right now. So what I wrote down, I labeled it as existence, and I said, I know I'm worthy of greatness, but nothing attained is required for my perfect existence. Meaning there is nothing, anything, or anyone can give me to make my existence matter or perfect. Now, the fact that I exist is perfect. Now, humans, I don't believe I'm perfect. I don't believe humans are perfect. I don't believe anything is perfect. But what I do believe is perfect is the energy that lives within us, because it does not really serve any other purpose. It simply exists, and we can learn something from that. When we don't have to serve a purpose, then we don't have any pressure. We can simply just exist, enjoy, and attain fulfillment, because nothing is required of you. You can literally just be what you want to be. You could enjoy, and there's no pressure, because any of the pressure that's on you is never from somebody else. It's from you believing negative ideas and getting those reaffirmed back from your reality. When you hear people talk and they say, no, that's tough, now that's hard, blah 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 blah, are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want to do? That's limiting. They're like trying to put a limit on you because they feel a limit within themselves. If they knew, hey, I can do it, it's possible, so you could do it too. And that's the whole reason why I'm here talking about this, is because none of this stuff I'm talking about is exclusive to me, to the things that I'm trying to do. You know, I'm here sitting recording to get these messages out for anybody to hear them, and it's irrelevant whether they do or don't, because I'm still here. Now, the point is not to receive anything. The point is to enjoy this process. And in this process, I gain what I'm looking to gain. It's not validation. It's not this likes and views. I know I say, if you like it, give it a like. But really the point of that is to help grow, help make this thing that I'm doing something larger than me. It's not about wanting me to suck anything out of anybody else. It's me giving and wanting to give more. So if you do hear what I'm talking about, and if you do enjoy it, you know, we should think about how much can we spread love? How much can we spread positivity? Things that I never gave a shit about before. Before, I thought I was living on another plane. I thought I was seeing the reality for what it was because I knew about all these conspiracies and the world, the way that it really worked, the underbelly, the secret, the blah, 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 blah. And the thing that I realize now is that the Matrix does exist, but there is nothing controlling it against me. There's no secret bad guy who's manipulating things to keep me down. That is fear. That is limits. There is no government that is keeping people locked down and this and that, and like that's a bunch of bullshit that we choose to believe so that way we can have an excuse of why we can't get what we want in this world, because somebody's gonna stop you. Somebody. There's always somebody in your way, something in your way, some excuse. It's bullshit. And the more you realize, you can laugh that off, and you could be like, anybody can say anything to me, and it really doesn't matter because I could recognize that it's really not personal to me. It's really people's own ideas in their heads of how they think things work or should work. And meanwhile, I've become so detached that I really don't even care about most of the opinions that I had before about a lot of things. I can just literally enjoy not having to be tied to any particular ideas. I'm open. I understand. I used to feel that I was very understanding because I would like to see multiple points of view. But I had these concrete ideas in my head of how I believed everything worked. And it has to be this way. But no, this blah, 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 blah. And I needed to be right. And then I realized that's all bullshit, you know? And I catch myself, and I still have all these tendencies that I built up over all the years of my living because I've just been this. You know, and there's things that I'm not really thinking about. I'm just enjoying myself day to day. But in the times that I catch myself, I'm just kind of like, wait, why do I even care about this? Why is this even in my mind right now? And as simple as it comes into my mind is as simple as I could let it out of my mind and say, bye-bye. Go ahead and leave my brain. You're not serving me. And my brain is becoming more adapted to this. It's listening, and it's saying, hey, you know what, dude? I think I see what you're talking about, because I could very easily go back and think a separate way. I could very easily go back and see the world as this dark, cold place. All the facts are right there. Everything I was looking at before is all right there. All the negative things in the world that are happening are still happening. Nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed is my perspective, because my perspective is not on the world, it's on my own reality. What exists before my very eyes. Nothing in my way except for me. And I understand that everything that happens, you know, we feel like it shapes us. But with that same power that we allow it to shape us, is that same power we could reframe how we look at things and say, yes, I have had traumatic experiences in my life. I've seen horrible things. I've felt horrible things. I felt things I would never want to feel again. But it's okay, because I understand that that doesn't make me stronger. Me realizing that I don't want to feel that doesn't make me stronger. What makes me stronger is letting go of the attachment to those feelings, letting go to the idea that that stuff causes something in me. When I let go of the feelings and I say, I understand why I feel that. I understand why I felt that before, but I don't ever need to feel that again, because I don't need to be afraid of that feeling. I understand what that feeling was doing for me. It was trying to tell me something. It was my brain. It was my heart. It was my emotional state saying there is something wrong. It's crying out for me to help. Now I realize, hey, I'm here to help. I'm here for anything. I'm here no matter what. And there's nothing anybody can give me that can change the fact that I'm going to get what I want. And I'm also not even attached to getting what I want. That's why it comes so easily, because it's natural. It's not this crazy, I can't live that lifestyle. That life is not for me. I'm going to feel like a oddball. I always felt like an oddball. I felt like an oddball with the oddballs. I always hung out with friends that were different, that were just always thinking about things in a different way, a more unique perspective that I didn't see too many people having, and it made us feel special, made us feel unique. We boosted each other up, but at the same time, we always felt on the fringes. And there was something that one of my art professors had told me, that he said a lot of artists live on the fringes of society because they don't feel connected. They feel connected to their own world, and that's what they portray through their art. And I can understand that and sympathize that 100%, but I don't want to live in this little shell, and I don't want to live on this little corner where I'm observing everything when I could be smack in the middle, observing, enjoying, and feeling free, not tied down to anything. I don't need to be anything particular. I don't need to be anything special. And it's so funny because before I used to say things like, I'm nobody. That's me. Now I say things like, I'm nobody, but I find so much beauty in that because it means I'm free to be anybody. It means I'm free. I'm not tied down by who I want to be. I can enjoy things freely without wondering why I enjoy this. I can get what I want without the pressure of what does it mean to me, or the pressure of what is my life going to be without it. I am good with or without any of my desires, and that is detachment. And it's how you are open to getting particular things because you know you're worthy, because you know that everything is just what it is. It's not that deep. And you could just really enjoy your reality. And if you don't like something, you don't need to feel attached to doing it. You know? And the people that are going to get bothered by that, you hope they understand. And if they don't, it really is not your problem. You know, I used to love to help people, and I used to want to make people's problems my problems even when they never asked for it. But that was my way of distracting myself. That was my way of being a pleaser. And I was always frustrated. Therefore, I was still an asshole to the people that I was trying to help. I was still feeling this frustration that I was like, man, I'm doing so much. Why isn't anybody giving me what I need? Why isn't anybody giving it back to me? Why does nobody care about me? And I realized nobody saw me that way. Nobody saw me as somebody in need. Nobody saw me as somebody who was on the verge of lashing out for help. You know, I just seemed like somebody who was stubborn, stuck, you know, just frustrated, but still had a kind heart. It was easy to tell that my heart was there. My heart was kind, but I was angry. I was angry that I was born with this kind heart. I wish I could have just been an asshole so I could just get rid of everybody, and then I wouldn't have to worry about if they liked me or didn't like me or wanted me or didn't want me. I always just wanted to get what I want, but I never felt that I was special enough to get it. Now, the thing that has completely changed is I realized that I am special just the way that I am. I'm not completely attached to anything, and it's the most beautiful thing that has ever happened to me. And ever since I've started really adopting this lifestyle, everything has changed for me. Everything, the way that I approach everything, the way that I approach work, the way that I approach friends, the way that I approach love, the way that I approach connection with anybody, the way that I live, the way that I eat, the way that I breathe, the way that I work out. It's just everything. It's so spectacular, but it's really not that deep. I just eliminated. I just removed limits. I just enjoy, and I just work. And I enjoy the work. And if I don't enjoy the work, I take a break and then I hit it later. And I tell myself, are you trying to avoid something, or do you really need some time? And I have conversations with myself, and I can never go back, because to go back would mean I could unlearn what I've already learned about letting go of everything I've learned. Now that's the irony. The greatest piece of knowledge that I've ever come to fully realize is that all the knowledge that I've ever known, some of it is knowledgeable and some of it is bullshit that I tell myself, and it doesn't need to be there. So as much as it never served me, most of the stuff that I believe never served me, time to let it go. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you if you listened all the way to 13 minutes and 43 seconds. I want to thank you if you are binging my videos. I want to thank you if you're just listening and watching. Have a great day. If you like, give it a like. King J, out.